Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Cindy. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. I make lifestyle type videos, hair, makeup, nails, exercise, just anything that I think is interesting. So if that's what you like, then please subscribe. Today, we're going to do a makeup look with this Blend Bunny Longing Palette. We are using the green row. So if you'd like to see how we do that, then keep watching. Hi, Cindy here. So today I thought we would do another look with this Longing palette. Today we're going to do a green. I'm going to use this last column, okay? I kind of already started it a little bit, and then I decided I didn't like the direction that I was going, and so we're restarting it. But so let's just continue on where we were. I'm using this next to the top. I cannot read the names. I can't see well enough to read the names. But it's this green one here. That's going to be our dark color. And then there's another color down there that we can deepen it up with when we're done. And maybe we'll put that underneath our eyes. I'm just blending it in. We'll see how this does. You know, yesterday I used that inexpensive Beauty Creations palette. And I liked it when I was doing it, but it seemed like it kind of melded together by the end of the day. And so we might try that again with some better products. Maybe my Jeffree Star, or I think I got some purple and brown in different palettes of the Pat McGrath. We might try it with that. I'm not sure that I'm wanting to buy a lot of makeup right now because, you know, we need to use what we've got. You know, unless it's expired, then we can throw that out. Maybe, you know, in a few months people have a sale and I can pick some up. But a lot of the new stuff that comes out, you know, you can't really do any videos on it because they send it out in PR to those people first, and so they make all the videos, and so no one's going to really search for you because they're going to think, well, I've already seen that, so I may as well not even buy it. You know, unless it's just something you really want. Now that's a different story. Okay, so we're going to this top green. I think that's a pretty shade green, and you guys will find out later why I feel that way. Okay, I'm going to put that on the lid. And I'm probably going to put that a little on top too. But before we do that, let's go ahead and this kind of greeny, goldy color down here. Although, let's swatch. I'm not sure that I want to go warm. I think I'd rather go Couture because, as you can see, I'm wearing a pink top today. So let's swatch. That's just silver. And this is a kind of a greeny, goldy color. I could use this kind of a, wonder how this would look. This kind of mint blue-green. I think I like that better. But it might not go with what I'm wearing. How about down here at the bottom? Wipe my fingers off. Down here at the bottom we got one. They're kind of a gold. People said this was a cool tone palette. I'm not seeing it with all this gold here. We'll just use the one on the, let me try these again. We'll just use the one on the column that they meant to go with it, okay? We'll just do that. Decision. It was a toss-up. I was kind of thinking of this one, but we'll just use the one that they meant to go with it. I'm not going to try to do a whole lot. I think all these shimmers and stuff have been irritating my eyes. It's not going good with the brush, so we'll use the finger. We'll use the one that they meant. I think this is, I mean, it looks warm to me. But other people call this a cool tone palette. Now, these over here look cool. But these over here, now this brown might be a little cool, but this one here does not look cool to me. Maybe it is. I'm not an expert. I'm not a makeup artist. While I did make a short today If y'all go to my channel, it might show up in your feed. I don't know. But I did do a short today. It was, I chopped up the video that I did that ice cream box with last week. And that's what I did. So, I think that's enough. I'm not going to overdo it with the shimmer because something's been irritating my eyes. And we need to find out and not do that. I know my twin, I talk about my twin sometimes on here. She has got diabetic retinopathy, and it has nothing to do with wearing too much makeup or anything like that. But, you know, you just have to really take care of your eyes. You don't want to do, so I'm taking this top one again and putting it at the top. I think I'm going to need my big mirror. Because this little screen's too little. I have a mirror behind it, but it's just normal size. And so, anyway, back to my story. We need to take care of our eyes best we can. So, if there is something that's causing you problems, you need to not do that. So, this darker green that I started with, I'm kind of filling it in the middle too. Touching it up. And another story, I do not know her YouTube name and I'm not subscribed to her. I did go ahead and give her a like just because, you know, if it's someone I kind of like, I'll give them a like, you know. And I didn't subscribe. I wasn't interested enough to subscribe to her though because she was doing a get ready with me this morning and I was kind of watching her while I was cutting up my film. And she was ripping all these makeup quote artists on YouTube. She says they're not makeup artists. As they are, they're on YouTube every single day. Why aren't they doing clients? And she said they're YouTubers. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is, I know this is kind of a plain Jane look. Maybe we'll put a little bit more of that glitter on there. That bottom one. Not glitter. It's bye-bye. My husband's leaving. And it could have been that I used anyway, back, I'm switching topics. What's hurting my eyes, it could have been that stuff out of the subscription box. That was like a brand that I'd not heard of. Of course, I've not been using that box much. And it could have been that. So we will see if this irritates my eyes. This Blend Bunny. Because, anyway. So, we've got the gold. We probably should have put something a little lighter in the corner. And we will. And let's deepen that corner up. They've got a super duper dark green here that we hadn't used yet. So we're going to deepen it up and stick a little bit underneath our eye with this little brush. So I'm just going to go here in the corner that out, and then try to stamp it in. I have a bad habit. I get my bottom too thick sometimes. I'm trying to do better about that. Just kind of stamp it in instead of really rubbing it. The light colors, it's okay. But these dark colors, I don't want them too thick on mine. So we're going to darken that corner. Anyway, she was ripping them. She says, they're not makeup artists. She says, if they was, she says, they're on YouTube every single day. Where's their client? Of course, I think if you're doing Get Ready With Me, you would have time to do it every day. You know, just do it when you're putting your own makeup on. Except they're, you know, setting up, and which even me, I have a little bit of a setup. Okay, so I've just darkened that corner up a little bit with this dark green. I kind of like it. I know it seems like I wear a lot of makeup, but compared to this girl I was watching today, I didn't wear a lot of makeup. I kind of like the clean girl aesthetics, except for the eyes. I like more eyes. So, But like all this bronzer, but even like the quote clean girls, they're putting all this bronzer and just everything all over their face, and I just think that is just too much for me. Maybe not for them, obviously. Now I'm gonna go in through this crease also. With that, cause I kind of like my crease dark. Okay, so we're gonna stop this right now, and we're going to put on some foundation real quick. I'm just gonna use my favorite L'Oreal. I do have some open stuff that I need to use, but I don't want to. I might just throw it away. This one's almost gone. I think I've had it a year. It's probably expired anyway. It was why don't we just use that today? And this is tinted sunscreen. It's not foundation, but I wear it as foundation. I'm thinking about getting, I'm more than just thinking, I probably will because I need it, a CO2 laser. So if I do that, it might be, I don't know how I'll work the makeup. It'll be a few days before I can do makeup. I might can do light between the eyebrow and the eyeshadow. I kind of like, yeah. And I do think, I don't know, y'all tell me in the comments, do y'all think this looks like a cool tone, or is it, I don't know, this gold hits me as warm tone. With this Amazon INV liner that's supposed to be an adhesive too. No, but my eyes aren't bothering me. Even if it was not very long at all, and my eyes would start bothering me. They start being irritated and itching. And I don't recall Jeffree Star's bothering me. Of course, that stuff might be expired by now. So, and I've not been using it that much. Okay. Put this up. And I'm finishing up my degree this month. Hopefully I can pass. I didn't do very good on the midterm. Okay, so now we're going to do our adhesive for the eyelashes. And I'm just going to do one line because I'm trying to keep from scrubbing on my eyes too much, getting it off. Alrighty. Let's get this one on. So hopefully this will look better since I cut a little bit off each end and not just the end. Hopefully it'll be half and half. Okay. Okay, there's one of them. Let's do the other one. Alrighty. I'm afraid I got a little bit of that on my lashes, so that's going to be hard to get out tonight. Okay, let's wiggle this a little bit. If y'all like my nails, I did a video last night where I put those on, and I'll talk about them. I do a little bit of blush, and So since I do think this is kind of a warm tone, and my cousin said it was a warm tone, so that's two of us. Let's put a little bit of inner corner, something different, a little sparkle. Maybe this white sparkle up here in the corner that goes with it, or this other sparkle. Let's do this other one. We can either do this white sparkle, let's do that and see what it turns out to be. And I gotta get my big mirror so I can see. So it's a little bit silvery. Match up with that warm tone. I could have done the silver on the gold, but I kind of wanted to stick with, you know, what the palette had together, what they intended. You know, we can experiment another day. I had someone send me a comment, said this was their favorite palette. A bunch of people YouTubers have said it was their favorite palette. So anyway, so let's find us some blush. Since it's kind of warm, I think we're just going to use this peach color from this Singe Beauty. I think that's a really nice color. I like that color. I picked it out. It wasn't in a box. A lot of stuff you get in a box, it's just, you know, you get whatever you get. Okay, now we're going to do some highlighter. And this highlighter's from Ofra, from a box, which this turned out to be a good thing. I like this. And I like the blush okay too. It's probably not a color I would have chose. I like more of a peach color on me. Okay, then we're just going to put some highlighter at the top of our eye too. My mom taught me this many years ago. I don't know if she taught me. I may have asked her about it. She said it just makes you look better. And so anything else, let's put some highlighter on our nose. We'll take just one of these brown shades. Just because I see other people doing it. As far as any contouring and stuff, I don't do that. I have enough contour. Oh, a lipstick. So, since we can use this. This came in the Ice Cream Beauty box. It's kind of a brownie color. It's going to wash off on me anyway. But we'll go ahead and use this today. It's kind of that mocha color. And it'll be off in no time. And I'll just put my pink on. In fact, it turned out I did kind of like this color. And I was going to look at City Lips and see if they had kind of you know, a little bit more mocha color for me to get, especially like in the fall. Okay, so I'm gonna take my rollers off and then I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. I pulled the rollers out and let's see how the hair looks. So thank you for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, give me a dislike and tell me why you didn't like it in the comments and maybe I can try to do better. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm back, guys. So this is what I picked up at Amazon. A new sweater for work, which I will need it. Isn't this cute? This is a size. One size. I don't really see a size on here. I thought I ordered medium, but it could be a one size. So it's not super duper long. It doesn't have pockets. I kind of like pockets, but that's okay. But yeah, the sleeves is kind of different. Anyway, I don't think I'm gonna order another one of these. I'll keep this one. I'm not sending it back, but it is kind of different. I like the colors. I got some little leopard print with some green in there. It's got green trim. That's got green shoes to match. And I got my Gloria Vanderbilt Amanda jeans on. So, in size 6L. Anyway, and thank you everyone for watching. And we'll see you again